After Effects and create a new project. We're going to go to File, Save As. We're going to go to our projects directory. I'm going to create a new folder called the 09 project number 9. And this is going to be Adobe Photoshop 2022 Basics. We're going to create that folder. I'm going to copy this. So I'm going to rename it, hit Command C to copy, Control C on the PC to copy, Command, actually no, it's Command A on the Mac, Control A on the PC to select all, and then Command C on the Mac to copy, Control C on the PC to copy. Then we're going to label this with that exact same label. We'll save it. We'll go to Firefox, grab our downloaded file, okay, which we have here. I'm going to bring this over to Documents. Then I'm going to bring it into Projects, and we're going to go to number 9. Double click on it to uncompress the file, and we'll look it over. So we have introduction, benefits, what you will learn, students, requirements, thank you, and the Photoshop Basics promo video. So let's go to After Effects, right click and import a file. We're going to go to project number 9 folder, and we'll open this up and bring it all in. Then I will bring this down, and like I've said with the other projects, we're not going to use audio. We're going to go off of my outline that I already have, where I have everything marked. And what I want to do is about at the 10-second mark, add in introduction. Okay, now, in the past 6 projects, we've done this. We've had one over here, one over here, one here, one up here, one over there, and one over there, right? So I want to make this different than all of those. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to hold Shift. I'm going to bring it down. And then I want to give it a background of black. Okay. So the whole idea behind doing it this way, instead of doing it the other ways that we've been doing it, is to mix it up. I want to show you not only how to do effects, but also how to make different, lay out your stuff differently. Okay. To make it look unique and different, right? So let's do that. So let's add a background. So I'm going to right click on the composition layer area here, or layers, and we're going to do a solid. Okay, so let's select the color, make it black. Okay, I'm going to hit OK, and then hit OK again, and we'll put this behind the graphic. Okay, so we can actually make this graphic smaller because we have the black in the background. Okay, and so what we want to do is we want these to work together in unison. So it's basically like a overlay of the entire screen, right? So we have introduction. Now I want to make sure that these are lined up. I don't know why they wouldn't be, but I'm going to zoom in here a little bit because I can't really tell if we're exactly the same. It looks the same to me. So let's do about 2 seconds worth. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out on the composition here. Okay, the timeline. I like to call it timeline too. We're going to select both of these. Okay. And then we'll bring it down to 15 seconds. So when I scrub to the right, okay, so we're off a little bit. So I'm going to bring this a little bit to the left. You want these to be parallel, because if they're not, it's not going to look like it's supposed to. Okay. There you go. And then we can go to here and do the same thing. So I want to copy this layer. So I'm going to right click, and if I just hit Command C, Command V, I can just copy it. And what we'll do is we'll bring that over here. Okay, then we're going to bring in benefits. And we can expand this out holding Shift to keep the aspect ratio correct. And there you go. So we have benefits. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this over and snap it right to the other one here. And then also this way, we'll shrink this down or trim it so that it's lined up. And let's see if that looks good. So if I scrub through, it should stop at the same time, which it does. Beautiful. Okay, so I'll save that. Then let's copy the background again. So hit Command C and go to 30 seconds. Paste that in with Command V, Control V on the PC. Then we'll bring this over like this, and then we'll bring in what you'll learn. Okay, snap that there, and then what I'll do is the same thing. We can just trim it here. Okay, right there. And then if I go the other way, I can trim it here all the way down, and then we can expand this out by holding Shift to keep the aspect ratio again. Okay. So now that we have that, what we can do is scrub through and make sure that everything looks correct. And even if the black is off a little bit, let's move this back just a little bit like that. Same with this one, and then you can use the scrub bar to kind of line it up. Make sure it's there. Okay, there you go. Then we'll go to 40 seconds and do the same thing. So we'll copy this again, Command C on the Mac, Control C on the PC, and then Command V on the Mac, Control V on the PC to paste it in. And we'll bring it up and then bring students in. And then we'll shrink this down. And we'll line it up as best we can. And we can always adjust it, but what I like to do is kind of use the scrub bar to line it up, and then also here to line it up. So I can go this way and then bring this over, snap it right to there, and then I can highlight both of these and bring them over to 40 seconds. Then we'll scrub through, and you can see that I'm off. By quite a bit. Let's see if I can tweak that a little bit. Okay, they're both highlighted, that's why. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. And like I said, I'm going to use the scrub bar to line it up. Okay. And we can adjust with Shift. Okay. So we'll do that, and then right to here. Bring this over. Right to there. Beautiful. Okay, so that's students. Let's see how much time we have left. Quite a bit. So now we can copy this. So I hit Command C, Command V, put it above students, and then requirements, right? So we'll bring that in. I'm going to zoom back out. I like to be able to see this, the whole comp. And I'll just eyeball it as close as I can. Do the same thing here. I'll select both of these and then move them over. And then I'll select requirements, holding Shift, keeping the aspect ratio correct. Right to there. Then we'll go to 1 minute, and that's where the thumbnail is. So I actually don't have much time left. I thought I had a lot more. I'm running out of runway, as they say. So I'm hit Command C, Command V to bring in the last background, right? And then we'll bring in thank you. And we'll scrub all this out down to here. And it tends to work out almost perfectly for us. So we'll see where the thumbnail shows up. All right, so for this one, what we'll do is we'll do this. I'll hold shift, click on the bottom right hand corner, then hold shift, and then click and bring it out. So we have thank you. Okay, so there you go. So I've laid this out by adding a solid background. And then what I want you to do is I want you to add the effects to it, however you want. Okay. Now you can have a lot more creative freedom, so to speak, with something like this because you have a solid background, which means this can rotate, it can zoom in, zoom out. You have a lot more to work with than what we were doing before with this, where we had the actual course showing up. Okay. So this is just a different way to do it. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.